How's this one looking?
I like it. I think the shot looks good.
Alright, hold on. Let me get you this.
Yo, I can't believe Mezco Toys gave me that doll.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I know.
Between them and Ripley's, that was a great thing.
Believe it or not, like.
Does it look good on the camera?
Yeah, I think she's fine there.
Right there?
Yeah, I think it looks good. What do you? Yeah, she looks fine.
Looks kind of creepy.
She's not creepy. She's a cute doll. She's cute.
No, look at that. She's like right there in the corner, just looking at you through the whole thing. That's kind of creepy.
Okay, so I want to get this movie review because that movie was fun. Of course, you know, keep me on point like you usually do. All right, so I guess do your thing. Okay.
So starting from 5.
Yeah, I know my notes look scrabbly, but you're used to it. Okay, so here we go. Whoop whoop! Hey Apple Bites! So I wanted to do this Annabelle movie review because when it did come out into theaters, I ran straight to the movie theater to go see it. And I got lucky enough that Mezco Toys and Ripley's, believe it or not, actually gave me this cool doll. This is her. I know it's a little hard to see with the glare, so give me 1 second. So I ran out to go see the movie, and I thought it was like phenomenal because it was such a fun thing for me to like go do and go see. Isn't she cute? Come on, take me home. But yeah, so I thought the movie was actually pretty fun, and I wanted to go over a couple of pointers that I did actually like about the film. That I thought was like pretty cool. So one of the things I want to talk about is a kid's personality showing through the doll.
I don't think it was creepy enough. I want you to make sure you say the number. Number 5.
Number 5.
All right, and make you know go creepy.
Number 5, the child's personality. Okay, so when you've seen the original movie Annabelle, you're like, okay, this is great. You already know the history kind of behind it. But when you're watching Annabelle creation, for you're learning about the kid itself. You're learning where these demons are like getting its little habits of leaving creepy little notes. I mean, I don't know. I just pictured like if I was a demon, I'm not gonna be like, come find me. Like that's not what I'm picturing, so I was like, that's interesting. So I like how they sort of show you where these little habits come from, how the doll and the girl Annabelle sort of look alike because her father's a doll maker, so it makes sense that he's gonna make his dolls look like his daughter because that's what he's probably thinking of. I did think that was a really cool aspect for them to sort of sprinkle throughout the film, how she still has kid habits, but then they're not really kid habits, are they? Number 2, the cinematography and the lighting.
I got an idea. Let's do that number 2 thing again. Let's play with something. Ready? The number 2 part. Just the number 2 part. Ready? All right. So we can play a little bit. All right.
Number 2, the lighting. Okay, I'm not on drugs, I promise. The lighting in the movie throughout the entire cinematography, when you're listening to the music, when you're watching the moment when she first discovers the doll, you're like, Janice, I don't think you're supposed to be in that room. When you see Linda accidentally hits the doll in the face, yo, that scene had me. I will not like it. They did a pank. And then like when she looks back, the doll's looking at her like, yo son, did you hit me? Did you just step on my kicks? What? Like she comes out like, you're like, oh man, Linda, I would advise you to sleep with the cross in your bed. Like that moment was a little intense, but how they played the lighting when the doll scares Linda underneath the stairs. Even when they played with the lighting with the 2 older teenagers and they're like telling stories about Mrs. Mullins. They're like, oh! The lighting on there was so intense because you didn't know what angle you're like, I think I know where it's coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. And then you see the pure lighting on their faces as like in pure fear. Like towards the end with the scarecrow, the homegirl who's scared of the scarecrow, and she's just like, guys, because you don't even see the other actors really too well. You see her in the car. The way they played with the lighting, it was so beautiful that it wrapped you into the film, and you thought like, oh, I don't know if you were like me, because I felt like I was in the car like, girl, just drive. Why isn't the car working? Like I was getting all emotional and dedicated. Like, But yeah, it was very interesting and to watch, because I haven't seen, usually with horror films there's this sort of like play on lighting, but it's not as intense as those who for at least for the Annabelle, the Conjuring series that I've been watching. They play with the lighting so intensely that you think you're there. And I think you guys do an absolutely amazing job with that, as well as with picking the creepiest music you guys can find, man. That is not cool. I mean, it's cool, but like, it's not, you know what? You know what I'm saying. Okay, number 3. You have my book. What are we doing here?
Oh, which one is number 3? Your notes are funny.
They are not. They're perfectly normal looking. Ooh, I want to talk about the friendship between them, because I thought with Janice and Linda that was pretty cool and intense.
Alright. Okay, so let me go see what happened to Rob.
Okay.
Alright?
Alright, cool. Número 3. Friendship. It's like a great story about friendship. It's like, I'm the kind of friend that if you were possessed, I would like try to save you. I mean, like, everyone wants that kind of friend. No one wants Tom from MySpace. Tom, have you done that for me for MySpace? Have you? No, you haven't. Did you see Rob?
No, he's not up there.
He just left you the keys?
Yeah.
Alright, D. What's next?
I don't know, the intro on 3, do you want to do it again? I think it's not creepy enough.
Not creepy enough, okay.
Maybe for 3, do the one I have to laugh.
Okay.
You know, number 3, and then have like lightning or something in the background.
Okay. Number 3! And it's friendship, don't worry. One of the things that I love the most about the film was the friendship between Linda and Janice, because Linda is this big, huge, scared cat, and she's like, she's freaking out all the time. And you know, you're kind of like concerned for her, you're like, oh man, she ain't gonna survive. But as the film starts to develop, you start to realize Janice is really becoming the scaredy cat, because her bravery has now become stupidry. Everyone knows that, right? Because there's a thin line between bravery, you're either brave or you're stupid. Well, in this one, I think Janice found the line. And as you start to progress, you see that Linda is so dedicated to her friend. You know, she has polio, she has this issue that she can't walk, you know, and yet she's depending on her. And then as time starts to pass, you start to realize she needs you, Linda. She really needs you. And I feel like as you watch that transition of how Linda decides, I have to be there for my friend. I have to be there for her. I have to do this. I have to do that. I thought that was like pretty freaking awesome, because I don't recall Tom from MySpace being there for me like that. I'm just saying, like, that the friendship's not that scary. I don't know if you guys heard that. But the thing about it is that it's very intense, because you feel bad for Linda, because all she wants to do is do the right thing, and that's all she really wants to do. And I think how they played on a child's natural innocence, in the sense of like, well, this is what's going on, blah 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 blah. I think how they played on it, like to get Janice to break, to get Linda to break, to get the teenage girls to break, how they broke every one of them individually on their own fears, playing upon their friendships, destroying their friendships. They did so much that movie is like truly every child's nightmare. I mean, this ain't child's play.
Much better. I like that. That was pretty good. What the heck was that about? The screaming.
I don't know. That was weird.
That was kind of creepy. Yeah, you're right. Alright, so number 4?
Yeah, you know what? I'm a little thirsty. Can you get me something to drink?
Sure, no problem. I'll be right back.
Number 4. Basically how I loved how they connected all the movies together, because I watched Conjuring, I watched Conjuring 2, I watched Annabelle the Creation, and yet throughout the film they sort of like connect the dots, and I'm sitting there like every other horror book like, oh my god, did everyone see it? That's from the other, like, oh, sorry guys, I'm sorry guys. And Billy! Where's the doll? That's not cool, man. That is not cool.
We're calling me Billy now? What the heck is this? You know it's me, Rit Ralph.
Billy.
Really? The doll's right next to you.
It is not. Where'd you put it?
I didn't put the doll anywhere. Hold on. Here it is. It was right next to the door for some reason.
Give it back. Stop playing.
Put it back in.
I don't know why I hired him. I really don't know.
Oh yeah, Billy. What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying, that's your name.
Oh, that's right, you're drinking.
Yeah, how about that? See, bad drink.
Oh yeah,
my
funny.
Stuff, trying to prank me and stuff. You know what? Fired. Let's try that one again. I was over here. Number 4. Okay, so one of the things that I loved was how they connected everything together. If you are a fan, you watched Conjuring, Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation. You're just sitting there like, oh my god. They put all the little hints in there. It's like little egg drops. I felt like I was watching another Marvel movie again. I was like, oh my god, did you guys see that? Did you see that? Like, that's how I was. Same thing for the DC movies. That's the feel that I got from it. And I thought it was really great. When you see like the picture of the nun when he's like, oh, who's that? She's like, actually, I don't know. I don't think I met that nun before. You know, you're like, so strange that she's in my photo. I liked how they did those little things. I liked how at the end they tied everything up so nicely. And because like when you're looking at the ending of the movie, you're just like, okay, so she gets away. I got it. They find the doll in the room. There's a hole next to it this time because the homegirl was like, I am not staying in it. I ain't having it. I liked how they did all that, and it was intense because you want to know like more of what's gonna happen, and then you realize she's in the orphanage because when they first mentioned like, oh, she's such a sweet girl, she's so sweet, you think they're talking about Linda. Like, man, Linda's gotta have some serious mental problems after that kind of like traumatic experience, and then only to find out it's Janice. Messed up. That was number. Did I say number 4? No, I did, didn't I?
It was number 4. You said number 4. Well, I think you said it twice.
Everyone's gonna know I can't count.
You want to do 4 again, or are you good?
No, I'm just gonna say next number. And I don't know the next number. But you're watching anyway, who cares? So, here's the thing. When it comes to watching the 3 actresses, Samara, Lulu, and I apologize ahead of time now if I butcher your name, because it looks like Tabitha, so I'm going to assume it's like Talitha. I'm going to assume that's how I correctly pronounce it. Probably should have YouTubed before I did this episode. YouTube, alright, whatever. But I wanted to talk about how these 3 girls, I mean, I can't imagine being a child actress and then being the scariest thing you could possibly find. I mean, then again, also can't imagine being that parent, because I think that would be creepy. Very creepy. I'm just saying, like, you would never look at your child the same. You'd be like, hey, Simone, stay over there. But mommy, when I give you a hug, you ain't giving me no hug. You gonna take your butt over there and eat your cereal. Like, you stay over there. You stay over there. Bye, Felicia. You know? But that's one of the things that I did like. I thought as young actresses, not to like ban anyone else, but being the fact that these were the 3 main girls of the film, I thought they did such a wonderful job putting everything together. As you watch the transition of Janice going from like this, you know, girl who's feeling sorry for herself because she can't walk, she can't do this, she's struggling, and that transition in her face when she's like suddenly standing up and you're like, what's up? And you're like, oh, you can walk now. Oh, like it really kind of brings in the mood to everything. I thought it was like really good of them to actually kind of like play around with those emotions, because she had to be a kid and then somewhat of an adult, but not in a real adult, someone who's just lived for like 1,000 years, you know what I mean? And I thought they did really good playing around with that. I just want a round of applause to the actresses. You guys did a great job scaring the crap out of me. Creepy little 12-year-olds. I'm kidding. You guys are great. Still creepy. And now for my my next point.
Alright, so just remember, do this one while you rise from the grave. Okay? I'm gonna go set up food, right?
Hi guys, I don't know, I'm bored. But I wanted to actually share with you guys the moments of the film that actually scared me the most. And one of the things that did scare me was one, because it had to scare everyone. It was when the little girl first gets hit by the car, because my heart broke. I was like, ah! Because because I've actually seen people, unfortunately in real life, get hit by cars, and it is a whole other experience when you watch a human body like fly up and you're like, whoa. It sets a whole other different mentality. So to watch the car was just like, all she wanted to do was help. So that scene scared the crap out of me. The other one that scared the crap out of me was when she first discovers the doll and Janice is in there and the doll keeps opening the door and I'm like, girl, what you doing in that room? Get out. Like, girl, you know better, get out. That one I thought was pretty intense. I also liked when Linda's playing with the gun and she's like, and it's like shooting into pure darkness, and she's like, because she saw the doll rocking in the chair, like, what's up, girl? I see you. You know? So when it finally catches it and then it raises the string, I felt like that scared me because it gave me like this cool moment of like putting myself in Linda's shoes, realizing this thing is freaking gigantic, and like, you know, it's just playing with her. That running thing was another thing that I thought was really good. That would give me like, ah, oh my god, like, that was so funny. But it really did, because whether it was her in that room or whether she was trying to put the doll in the well, tell me y'all didn't feel that, like when you were like, bah, 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 and you see her hair move, you're like, ah, he's right there. Dear Godchild, what are you doing? Go hide. Like, that's pretty much what it was. So I love that scene of the film, and I thought they did a fantastic job scaring the crap out of me, because I felt like I needed to walk for like 3 hours to get the freaking image out of my head, because I was like, this movie scared the out of me. Alright, I'm sorry. My camera thought it'd be funny to cut me off. Cold, just cold. But anyways, one of the things I thought was really like a scary moment for me was like when the demon or the doll walks underneath the bed, you know, with Linda, and is sleeping in the bed, you know, with her, and she's just sitting there like, oh god, Dios mío. Like, I mean, oh my god, like I was there, I was feeling it for that little girl, and some people were like, how could she sleep like that? She can't sleep. She can't sleep. And I was like, she did not. She did not go to sleep. She passed out from fear, like straight up fear. No, but it's really the truth though. So that was one aspect, and then the other thing that I thought was really scary for me personally was the scene when the mom realizes it's a demon, and she comes out and she's all like, I'm gonna battle it, I'm gonna battle it, and then you see it go from like a little girl, and it's like, and it like turns around and it's like this size. You're like, oh my god, run mommy dearest. Like, I'm so serious, like that had me, and I was like, that is creepy as but really, like, that was one of the most intense movies, and those are the scenes particularly that that did scare me for me personally. But I do want you to leave in the comment section what part of the movie scared you the most. That's what I want to know, because and don't say nothing scared you. Don't lie. Don't you dare lie. But yeah. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed the movie review. I don't know, I'm still getting used to doing movie reviews, but I hope you guys did enjoy. I am so grateful for Mezco Toys giving me this wonderful, beautiful doll. And Billy! Oh, there he goes. Why does he always do this? Watch this, because it totally gets underneath his skin. Billy! Alright, listen, I'm not up for these, okay, I know what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing. I'm on to him, hold on. Billy, Rob, Leslie. You guys are so freaking annoying. Come on now. You know I'm trying to do this movie review for Ripley's and Mezco Toys. Stop playing. Hey guys. Cadma? Ross? Billy? Where are you guys? Ugh, sleepy.
You guys?